Now, let's get into the predictions for Scream 7. I've been saying this for so long. Okay, so first, we all know rules are important in Scream. Headshots mean death, right? Kirby survived all those stabbings. She didn't have a headshot. So my predictions is Stu Macher had a TV dropped on his head. We never saw him die on screen. We assumed he was dead. Everyone told me he was dead when I talked about my conspiracy theories. We never saw him get a headshot. But if we're following the rules of the franchise, there's room for him to have survived. And Stu coming back, that would be fascinating. Because Stu was never the mastermind. He was the follower, the one who did it for peer pressure, for the thrill, for Billy. So what would motivate Stu decades later? If he survived, he's been hiding for nearly 30 years. He watched Billy become a legend. He watched Billy's daughter carry a legacy. He watched multiple Ghostface come and go, all trying to recreate what he and Billy started. And he's been sitting on the sidelines. Psychologically, that would create massive resentment. He was there at the beginning. He helped create this. And no one even remembers him. Everyone talks about Billy. No one talks about Stu Macher. So if Stu comes back, it wouldn't be because of revenge against Sydney. It would be reclaiming his place in the story, proving that he wasn't just Billy's sidekick, that he was always more dangerous than people gave him credit for. This would be psychological compensation, a need to prove worth, to be seen, to be remembered. And for someone with Stu's personality, that need would absolutely drive him to kill again. Now the other possibility, another child. Because we all know they were the fuckboys of that generation. So, Billy had a daughter, why can't Stu? If Stu had a son, daughter, or both, someone who grew up hearing whispers about their father, about what he did, about how he was part of something infamous, psychologically that kid would grow up with a warped sense of identity. Are they defined by what their father did? Do they reject it or embrace it? And if they embrace it, do they see it as continuing a legacy or correcting the narrative? This happened with Billy's daughter, Sam. She struggled with thinking, is she inherently evil because of her father's genes, or was it all in her head? A child of Stu's would have the same psychological battle, but with one difference. Stu didn't have the same backstory. He killed for fun. So if Stu has a child, they wouldn't have that narrative to fall back on. They'd have to confront the fact that their father was just a thrill killer. And psychologically, that makes them more dangerous. Because there's no rationalization, no justification, just the choice to kill because you want to. That's pure psychopathy. Here's another angle. What if it's both? What if Stu survived and is grooming his own child this whole time, teaching them who they really are? Except this time, unlike Sam who rejected it, they'll embrace it. That would recreate the original dynamic. The mentor and the follower, the architect and the weapon. Except this time, the architect isn't original. Someone who knows exactly how it's done because he did it the first time. Stu would finally get what he wanted, to be Billy in the relationship, to be the one in charge, the mastermind instead of the sidekick. And his child would get what Sam rejected, a parent who validates their child's darkest impulses rather than discouraging them. That's generational trauma weaponized. Now let's talk about why the franchise keeps working, and I hope it continues. Because Ghostface isn't supernatural. He's not a ghost. He's not a superhuman with superpowers. This is just a person. Ghostface is a person with a knife and a plan. And that's terrifying because it's real. Anyone could be Ghostface. Your friend, your family member, your partner, someone who's sitting next to you right now could put on a mask and become a killer. And that plays into a primal fear. The fear that the people closest to us are capable of the worst things imaginable. Because they know our routines. They know our weaknesses. They know where we feel safe or in danger, and they could use all of that against us. Every Ghostface killer is someone that the victim knew. Someone who they trusted before the mask went on, and that is pure betrayal. It's not the physical violence, but the emotional devastation of realizing the person you trust the most could be capable of such things. Ghostface represents intimate betrayal and violence. It's personal and it's public. It's revenge and it's entertainment. And that combination is what keeps the franchise alive. Because as long as people feel betrayed, and as long as people crave attention, there will always be someone willing to put on that mask. Here's my final prediction for Scream 7. I think Stu is alive. I think he's been waiting. And I think he's either had a child or recruited someone who could idolize him. And the second reveal will be that he was creating the perfect partner all this time. Someone molded specifically to finish what he and Billy started. And the horror of that is that Stu learned from Billy's mistakes. Billy underestimated Sidney, and that's what got him killed. Stu won't make that mistake. He won't underestimate anyone. He'll just have the pure thrill of the kill. And that's what makes him more dangerous now than he ever was. He's had 30 years to refine his psychopathy. 30 years to plan. 30 years to watch everyone fail. And now, it's his turn to show everyone how it's really done. And here's something else to remember. Roman was the one who guided Billy and Stu in the first place. He was the original architect behind the original killings. But Roman is definitely dead. He took the gunshot to the head. Following the rules of the franchise, he's not coming back. I tried to avoid trailers as much as I could, but I did hear that Stu is coming back and Roman also. So that could be flashbacks. If Stu survived, he's been operating without the original mastermind, and that makes him more dangerous. He's had to think for himself. He became the architect he never was. In Scream 7, I think we're about to meet someone who's been waiting for a long time in the shadows. Someone who's ready to remind everyone why the original Ghostface was scary. Because he did it for fun, and fun never dies. I would love to hear your predictions. What do you think? Because I've had a long time to think about it. It's exciting. I'm excited. Let's see what happens. Don't forget to tell me your predictions. Bye.